sir?
We could have used you a few minutes ago. Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
I got Professor Lucien into his compartment using a pair of pliers.
Did you notice anything inside the compartment?
The window was open. Someone could have climbed out.
And the professor?
Acted suspiciously. He rummaged around in his leather bag.
And?
He seemed to have found what he was searching for.
Good work.
Now, perhaps you could give me some information.
All right. We should... What?
The light's gone out.
Flashlights! Ah! Get off me!
There, sir. An envelope.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. R.
What the dickens? It's a...
Away with it! Take cover!
Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh dear. Oh. Is everyone all right? Are you hurt? Quick thinking. Well done, Zellner.
I think the tunnel collapsed.
Then he's trapped. Hurry, we have to lock the second exit.
Sir, there's a fire up ahead. The engine's burning.
It's a distraction. Hurry, block the exit.
But sir...
The fire will consume all the oxygen.
He's right, Inspector. A fire in a narrow tunnel is extremely dangerous.
Merde. Go to the front of the train, find the engineer, and tell him to move the train out of the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? You have to uncouple the freight car. You understand?
I understand.
I'll see to the passengers. They should all wait in the tunnel. We'll check each one in turn as they go out.
Let's get to it. My God, what a fire. I hope Constable Oliver can at least reach the engine. Carling Black Label, a British beer. No good. Insufficient alcohol content. For practical purposes, I mean, not for drinking. Champagne, the finest. Maybe we'll open a bottle if we get out of the tunnel alive. Until then, though, it's no use to me. Whiskey, scotch, rum, liqueurs, enough to entertain everyone on the train all the way from Paris to Istanbul. High-proof rum. Could be useful. Rum from Austria. Believe it or not, it's 80% alcohol by volume. There's no way anyone would drink it straight. The tunnel may very well have collapsed. It's difficult to see much because of the darkness and dust, but something certainly crushed the rear of the freight car. It's possible that the other freight cars are intact and it only caught the one in which the dynamite exploded, but I'll have to uncouple it if the train's to be able to leave the tunnel. The wheels came off the track during the explosion. Even if it were possible to pull the car out of the rubble, you wouldn't get far with it. The inspector's trap failed. The thief must have got wind of it. Worse than that, he turned the tables. To win a game of cat and mouse, you have to know who is the cat and who is the mouse. It's still quite warm and too warped to open. Hello? I'm sure I could uncouple the car if I only had enough light to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that would be nice. nothing to light. Ah.
The other passengers escaped from the train. I can see their silhouettes in the light of the fire. If I don't hurry up and uncouple the freight car, they'll suffocate. A lot was damaged by the sudden stop, but the bowl was thick enough to survive the fall. I filled the bowl about a third of the way with rum. Phew, strong stuff.
Oh, pardon me. I did not mean to scare you.
What are you doing here, Doctor?
Legrand asked me to check whether there are any passengers left on the train.
Really? No one is here, except for me and you.
Excellent. Then I will continue searching at the front.
Yeah, huh?
Did anyone act suspiciously before the explosion? Did anyone leave their seat, for example?
I was the only one on the train who wasn't seated when the freight car exploded. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have been caught by the blast as well.
You certainly were lucky.
Perhaps I was. What happened over there? The inspector said something about gas canisters that exploded.
He didn't want to scare you. The truth is, it was a bomb meant to kill him and the Bobby.
My God. An attack? But who would...
The investigations are ongoing, but first we have to get the burning train out of the tunnel.
Oh, of course.
How are the passengers?
They are in a state of shock, of course. The blackout and the sudden stop were frightening enough, but then the explosion, the dust. Everyone rushed for the exits. I was helping the American woman bring Lady Westmacott to safety. They are waiting outside in the tunnel. One entrance is blocked by a fire, and the other one seems to have collapsed.
Continue to search the train. I'll decouple the buried freight car.
All right.
Doctor, can you give me a few matches?
Oh, certainly.
Thanks. I'll meet you outside.
Do hurry.
The chair either fell over thanks to the sudden stop, or an escaping passenger knocked it over. Wanting to get off the train as quickly as possible after a sudden stop and a massive tremor, that's understandable. It's not bothering me, I'll leave it there.
Well, you can apparently just tear those down.
I don't see Legrand or the constable, but I can make out the silhouettes of some of the passengers. They seem to be unscathed. All the same, the fire is getting bigger, and I don't have much time. The fire is sucking the oxygen out of the tunnel and filling it with poisonous carbon monoxide. Here in the Alps there have been dozens of catastrophes in tunnels that ended with death by asphyxiation. But not on my watch. I should concentrate on uncoupling the freight car. I'm positive that Legrand has everything else under control. That should do it. Can't really say the fabric was eager to soak up the rum. I, on the other hand, soaked up enough in my fingers to smell like a drunk. I filled the bowl. Even if I could set the fabric alight, how would I carry the fire? Just as I expected, the alcohol burns with an almost invisible flame. The alcohol on the curtains will burn just as dimly as in the bowl. It's no good. The flame is hot, but it's no use as a light source. I expect the rum will burn like ethanol, but I'd better not test that theory in the bottle. The flame is... I bought it last week, second-hand. It was... I shouldn't be wasteful. There's a pretty intense draft here. The fire is sucking up the oxygen. Nothing. It'd be blown out right away. I'd better save the matches. There's a noticeable draft here. Maybe it's because of the fire, or perhaps there's still a hole through which the air is coming. The latter will be quite welcome. It will buy us some more time. I can feel cold metal and a screw thread, and a lot of grease. But I can't do more without light. Okay, I'll smear some grease on the curtain. The temperature at the tip of the flames from the alcohol should be high enough to set fire to the oil and grease on the curtain, and thus the curtain as well. But if it works, I better not be holding it in my bare hands. The The temperature, but... The chair either fell... One... It's not but... The chair... One... It's not...
No. Oh.
I noticed the extinguisher earlier. Doesn't match the decor. I suppose that the railway company had to comply with safety regulations at the core of the aesthetics. It'd be useless against the fire out there, and it's too cumbersome to carry around. At best, I can use it here.
Okay. What the hell just happened? God damn it.
All right, let's go. The temperature, but if it...
Where the hell? What? Thank you. Jesus.
I'm the god of fire.
How nice for you.
That's better now.
Oh, it's
A
not.
lever on a pressure sleeve running along a thread. Aha! I can uncouple it with this lever. Okay. Good. The coupling isn't under tension anymore. I should be able to uncouple it now. There we go. Time to get out of here.
Listen, everybody! Listen! Robert, what's the situation?
Yeah, I couldn't find the engineer, so I got in the driver's cab myself and released the brake.
All right. Good job. You too. Listen, please.
Matty! Where's Matt? Where's my son?
Relax, madame. I'm sure...
Help! Matty! No!
Matt, where are you? Oh. Matt, are you there? Nothing. Hey, there you are. What were you thinking? Bah, come out of there.
Is he gone?
Is who gone?
The man!
What are you doing on the train anyway? Why didn't you wait in the tunnel with the other passengers?
I wanted to get my pistol.
Your pistol?
There's so many cops and thieves and explosions and everything. Then I need a pistol too.
Makes sense. What about this man?
There was a man. He was coughing.
One of the passengers?
I think he came down from the roof.
All right. First, I'll stop the train, and then we'll have a chat, okay? You want to come out? Good idea. You stay put.
The engine and the coal tender are burning stronger and hotter. The airflow is feeding the flames.
I have to decouple the wagons immediately. Sooner or later, the engine will be blown apart. The boiler is under extreme pressure, and there's nobody to control it. It's all up to me. The boiler is... Get in. I presume the Baroness's luggage toppled over and is blocking the door. My situation isn't that desperate. Tanks don't seem to be damaged. The water is still running. What have you got yourself into? Couldn't you have just let it be? But no, of course not. And now you're here, on an out-of-control train in the Alps, responsible for the life of a child who'll be doomed without you. What are you waiting for, eh? Time to save the day. Large, soft towel, very comfortable. I'll wrap it around my neck to keep my hands free. It's soaking up the cold water. hardly see out of the window because of the smoke. I don't know how much coal is burning on the tender up there, but it must be tons. I can't do anything about the fire. This door leads to the tender. It will be uncomfortable, no doubt, but I don't think that the flames are directly behind the door. I suppose there's a relatively safe space in the lee of the tender where one could stay a little while. I need to stop the train as quickly as possible. There's nothing I can do about the coal fire.
Wait a minute. No. God damn it. Fucking... What the hell are you doing? Come on. Fuck. What the fuck? Stop it! Alright, now come on. Thank you. Jesus. Just turning around.
An axe is for emergencies. If this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is. Jumping off is not an option. We're going much too fast.